Welcome back. It's the Kovacs Report, and we have a special SDCC news show today with my good friend Jimmy X. How are we doing, Jim?
Yeah, really good, man. Hey, Angelo. Hey, everyone.
Hey, everyone. Right, so it is SDCC, Jimmy. I'm going to be there next year. There's been a lot of news, but
Nice.
I'll be honest, mate, there hasn't been the deluge of news I expected. There's only been a few articles, really.
I mean, we're only at the start, and we
I
was
know,
like,
but it's 2 days, Jim. 2 days. I bet tonight we get absolutely onslaught. Anyway, let's talk about the news. That's what we're here to talk about, aren't we? Woohoo! Okay, we're
that
going to
we are.
kickstart with some DC news, Jim. So this is again,
Hmm.
this is from Bleeding Cool. Rich Johnson, of course, and Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson have been revealing some interesting details about this DC KO. And I thought it was knockout because it was like a boxing match,
Hmm.
but no, they flipped that on its head. I reckon they've done a sort of double meaning, and they have, and we'll get to that. So it says, yes, Scott Snyder, Josh Williamson were on hand in the DC All In What's Next panel at San Diego Comic Con today to talk about the upcoming event series. So this is the little, what do you call it? The sort of battle card that you can fill out as the people start fighting. So we can see we've got Captain Atom, Guy Gardner, Supergirl on the
Oh,
left,
nice.
Wonder Woman.
So, so it's like tournament standings. That's
Yeah,
that's pretty
yeah,
cool.
because that's what the whole event is, isn't it? They all
Yeah,
fight each
yeah,
other till
yeah.
they get to the end. Wonder Woman, Lobo, Swamp Thing, Cyborg, Red Hood, and Zatanna. That's what they've teased us with right now.
Ooh, okay. So we've got some names revealed. Nice.
We have. So KO stands for King Omega, actually, apparently.
Okay.
The
That
role,
tracks.
well, it does, doesn't it? The role that Darkseid has returned to life to take. It says, did you
Dark
see
side.
him yesterday in Absolute Martian Manhunter? The answer is no, because I don't read that book because it's terrible.
The
Uh,
answer's the same.
I know. Apparently, he's becoming more powerful. So, to generate the kind of power needed to take him on, the heroes of the DC universe must fight each other in a 5-level tournament, with the winner taking on all the KO energy generated. So it's like doing like a Mario Kart. You get your power ups as you go around, right? All right.
Thanks, you red shells, mate.
Yeah, you take those. The first name fighters are, as we mentioned, Captain Atom, Guy Gardner, the Green Lantern, Supergirl, Wonder Woman, Swamp Thing, Zatanna, Lobo, Cyborg, and Red Hood. Everyone can bring one item into the tournament, and Superman brings brass knuckles with mini suns in them. I do hope he goes up against Red Hood with that. Yeah, because Red Hood's a bitch lately, isn't he? So here's some preview art, I guess, with him sort of putting his knuckles on, getting ready for the fight. He seems very happy to be going to fight his friends, doesn't he?
That he does. Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah. So Mark Wade will be writing a new team, the Terrific 10. Have you heard about that?
No, no, terrific 10.
I know.
Okay.
Threw me a side one there. So it's led by Mr. Terrific, one of my newfound
Nice.
favorite characters, with his very own
Okay.
suicide mission during DC KO. The Mark Wade and Chris Cantwell flash tie-in story is called Impulse Control, as Bart undergoes his own Flashpoint style time travel trek to change things. So
Impulse.
yeah, so it's like
Oh
Flashpoint by
man,
Impulse. Yeah,
I love
Impulse.
Impulse.
You like him, do you?
Impulse is such a cool character. Yeah, yeah. When he was in Young Justice, such a cool character.
I've not read Young
And
Justice.
and then he joined Teen Titans and became Kid Flash, and I was just like, oh really? Okay.
Yeah, I've seen him in the cartoon. I haven't read much of him. Hmm.
Oh no. Yeah, I think Peter David used to write it. Yeah, really really cool book.
Hmm, okay, might give it a try one day. There's a long list. Aquaman will be more powerful than ever, and we get Darkseid like we have never seen before, and we get Knightfight KO miniseries by Josh Williamson and Dan Mora, which is good news. Now, yeah, it says this is with Batman up against Robins from the future, who became the next Batman in their own world. So he's fighting Robins who became Batman from the
Okay.
future. Yeah, I read something about this a while back. There was this DC, when they get all the big brain trusts together, they go somewhere and they all talk about stories. And originally, this was a story that was thrown about way back when, where Batman goes up
Oh,
against.
okay.
Yeah, so here it is. So here's again, this art is blurry because it's taken off the display screens at San Diego Comic
Yeah.
Con.
Well, no, it still
Where
looks impressive though.
well, it does. Superman's got his chest out for the girls. Look, yeah, perfectly ripped. So the S is still there though, right? Think about branding.
Oh yeah, always Brandon.
Yeah. So this looks cool though. Look at this huge dark
Yeah.
side. He's got that Omega flame Omega crown on him there. Have you noticed?
Yeah, it looks insane.
It looks really, really cool. Wow, you know what? The art is really starting to get me excited about this because, to be honest, Jim, what do you think of the idea? I mean, it is a big boxing match in wherever it
I
is being
mean,
held.
it's not what your usual crossover event is it?
No,
So it should be applauded for being original in that case, I think.
I don't
Um,
know.
but I would be worried if it wasn't Scott Snyder and Josh Williamson. But I have complete faith in those two creators, so I'm along for the ride. I can't wait to see what shakes out.
I'm. I think it's going to be. If I complain about the concept, it's going to be amazing, right? So I don't know. I'm gonna. I'm excited by it, right? And I want to see it knock my socks off. It has to knock my socks off, but we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've read a lot of really, really good DC stuff lately. They've impressed me, and I'm willing to, put a bit of faith into them
Yeah.
and
Okay.
hope this
So,
shakes out. As I mean, it's got to be good to stand up to Age of Revelation, right? I mean,
well, we've only had a slight tip of the revelation so far.
yeah, I know.
Yes. Right. Just setting something up. Okay. So we've got more art here, which looks pretty cool. I mean, I think the art is really, really going to be spectacular. I mean, look at it. Look at the characters in there, man. I'm really excited by this, actually. The art alone, I think, will be enough. And here's some more. There you go. There's your
Is it?
boys in there doing what they do. What else we got? We got this double page spread here.
That's impressive. That's really
It
cool.
does look impressive, actually. It really does look impressive. I'd like to see those pages finished. So there we go. Got your Flash and your Kid Flash there.
That's
And
impulse, yeah.
yeah. So what is he holding? Is that like the heart of Apocalypse, you think?
Maybe.
Because the world's
Yeah.
exploding, and that was one of the solicits, right? He's got to travel to the center of the earth to get the heart. Remember? Could be. Looks good, right? I mean, it does look exciting. I've got to admit. And here's okay. We're going to see.
Yeah.
So this is this Batman Knightfight, right? So we've got some more art
Night
here.
fight.
Knightfight, yeah, I think. So this is Batman in his. I guess this is going to be his battle gear, right? He's got a sort of what's it, Star Trek weapon there.
He looks tooled up, doesn't he?
He does look tooled up. He's added some blades to his gauntlets. He's got some pouches. He's got more pouches, which is always good, right? Some armor, some net
He's been
protection.
to the 90s and back.
He has done. He looks good though, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to look at this thing here. Let's just scroll down to the bottom here. So yes, this is Night Fight. But we also got a sneak peek at this DC Ashcan, which is
Yeah.
already apparently going for $100 on eBay already.
I did see the headline. That's
Absolute crazy,
Kirkman taking
crazy.
advantage of hype. That's,
Yeah, those scalpers. Wow. So we got some picture of it. So the DC knockout, Kid Omega San Comic-Con Ashcan is released up for $100. A rare inside look at the DC KO Ashcan, breaking the seal on this hot collector's item. So let's just jump straight in. So it's polybagged. It's all black and white as well. Yeah, there we go. It's all black and white. And we get some of that
wow, that's
beautiful
really
art.
nice.
Look at Darkseid. He does look cool. He looks intimidating, menacing. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was worth the wait from All In, wasn't it?
I think so. I'm all for this. I'm all for this. So there is more news coming out SDCC. That's what we're here about, right? Let's click the correct
I mean, I
buttons.
think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, absolute green arrow. What do you think of that?
Yes, I'm 100% on board with that. That creative team looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Ponticelli Pickershot did an amazing issue of Exquisite Corpses with James Tinian this week. Go and buy it because it's incredible. And Raphael Albuquerque's been doing some amazing work on Ninja Turtles and also Superman Unlimited, I think. Yeah,
He
really,
is.
really
Yeah,
strong
with
artist. I love Ollie Queen. I can't wait to see a different take on him, especially if it's as mad as what we've seen so far from the Absolute Universe. I mean, far removed from the standard DC stuff. I mean, what you'd expect from Batman,
Well,
Superman, and
Jim, I can help you there. We've got a little bit of info, right? We've got it's a
oh,
six.
okay.
Yeah, it's a 6-issue miniseries. Set for spring of 2026. There's a bit of a wait. It says, was announced during the DC All In What's Next panel, with a character who will debut in the upcoming Absolute Evil event series coming in October. And it says,
Ooh.
and just as in the main DC universe, this Absolute Oliver Quinn is very rich indeed, which is why it is part of the absolute evil conglomerate. So I'm guessing you've got the Joker and all those dudes, right? And they've sort of solidified their power across Gotham or whatever by coming together because they're all billionaires, right? And that's what I think is what it says here. It says here, you've seen these powerful rich people on the outskirts of the absolute universe. Now, the first time they're actually meeting. So that includes Joker, Ra's al Ghul, and Oliver Queen, a league of extraordinary billionaires. And all this will inspire the absolute Green Arrow to act. So I think he's going to go against them, obviously. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be weird to see Oliver Queen still a millionaire and Bruce Wayne not. But,
yeah. That is strange, isn't it? But
that's a huge power shift.
It is a power shift. But listen, here he is. Here he is in some preview art. Again, it's not great quality because they're taken off a projector. That still
looks great.
It does look great, right? It's definitely doing it justice. What else does it say? So it says, okay, Rich scooped the announcement that Pawn Sack Picket Shot will be one of the creators on the Absolute books before San Diego. Okay, so he's been a comic book editor, writer, and film director, known for editing Sweet Tooth, We Three, The Losers, Testament, and The Unwritten, as well as writing The Infidel, The Good Asian, and also launched the Horizon project at Image Comics. And he will be signing at the DC booth tomorrow, which I guess is Sunday. Saturday. That would be Saturday, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they met apparently when he was the editor of American Vampire at DC Vertigo, which was written by Scott Snyder.
Okay.
Yeah. And Rafael Albuquerque is a Brazilian comic book creator known for Blue Beetle and American Vampire. But what about Che Grayson? Maybe that will be news for another comic book convention. Who knows? I don't know. I'm going to be reserved of what I think about this.
Okay. Well, everything I've read from Pawn Sack Picket Shot, I've enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did a really cool Absolute Power spin-off thing with Nightwing versus Failsafe. That was a really, really cool issue. Yeah.
That whole Failsafe thing wasn't great, though, was it?
No, but anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing him tackle the Emerald Archer.
Indeed. Okay, moving on. We're going to do a quick show today because lots of news. So this is a bit more about this Knightfight, actually. So Dan Mora may no longer be DC exclusive, but he isn't done with DC. He signed on to draw an awesome sounding Batman series debuting, I can't read today, this fall, called Knightfight. In this series, Batman will be jumping through alternate futures and fighting all the various Robins who end up becoming Batman, the way Dick Grayson has done in the main DCU. So announced during the What's Next panel. It will be by current Superman duo of Joshua Williamson and artist Dan Mora. So it says here, this is a quote here. It says, one of Batman's biggest fears is what will happen to his children, says Williamson. It's Batman up against the Robins, but the versions of these Robins, if they became Batman, is Batman / Jason Todd, Batman / Damon, Batman / Dick. So Scott Snyder, who was on the panel, Williamson joked that I always said, if you don't want to write it, I'll write it. Okay. Interestingly, the name Knightfight was something that has been bandied about the halls of DC for years. Former Batman writer Tom King said that it was an idea for a DC event where members of the Bat family would duke it out in a tournament. So this is about this retreat. It says, there was a retreat a long time ago, a sort of famous retreat with me, Scott Snyder, Becky Cloonan, and James Tynion, and we were trying to plan a Batman event. King told Games Radar Plus back in 2024. So we jokingly came up with jokingly came up with something called Knightfight, knife with a K, and the joke pitch was that all the Bat characters would get together for a tournament. We just joked over who would win, and we all just decided that it would be Black Canary because she's the second best fighter in the DC universe. I guess that's a nod back to that Black Canary miniseries, right?
Yeah. Tom King did that,
which was
miniseries.
Really good, really dark. Okay, so King's Knightfight project never materialized, but it ended up inspiring his recent Black Canary series with Ryan Sook. There we go. Crikey. Williamson Morris Knightfight debuts in November, so we're getting it this year. Year. Yeah. That's quick. So I'm pleased about that. I'm looking forward to that. Actually, it's an interesting concept, right?
Yeah, I mean, Josh Williamson on Batman. I mean, he's been fantastic on G.I. Joe and Superman. So, yeah.
Who knows?
I'm on board for that.
Indeed. So this was from Popverse, written by Chris Arendt. I'm trying to remember to credit the articles because I get naughty like that. Yeah. So more SDCC news. We're on the Absolute Universe yet again. Which one? This, and I'm actually excited by this one, actually. So old Rich here. He says, an Absolute Wonder Woman 15 to be published on the 24th of December. Your early Christmas tree is Absolute Batman turning up. What this young, and bulked up Bruce Wayne will make of the word of gods, demigods, and mystical monsters compared to his own Gotham, we are yet to learn. It was unveiled in the DC All-In What's Next panel held at San Diego Comic-Con. We got a bit of art here. This is pretty low res, but I did manage to find a higher res one, and this art looks absolutely beautiful. It's really, really nice.
That's still Hayden Sherman, right? That's really nice.
Yes. So funny you should mention that. It says, but it comes alongside other Absolute news being spilled liberally by Scott Snyder. So he's going on a whole rampage over there, telling everybody what's going on. So it says, he says how the villains of Absolute Batman are all down to the Joker being intrinsic to the very system that is Gotham. As we recently saw with Absolute Killer Croc, we have seen Absolute Deathstroke alongside the Joker. It turns out that he's an agent. He is Agent Alfred Pennyworth's friend as well. So Pennyworth gets a buddy here. That's interesting. Scott Snyder has... I can't read these words sometimes because there's typos everywhere. Has warned us that not every Absolute Batman villain will be a straight-up villain, and he has an original, unconventional idea for the Bat family. Okay, now that sounds interesting, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Because we haven't seen any other Bats yet, have we?
No. I mean, let's hope the Bat family get treated a bit better than they have been in the current continuity.
Oh, we'll talk about Batman 161 later. Okay, he says, we have only really seen Barbara Gordon, and she is a long way from Batgirl right now. The designs we have seen of Absolute Catwoman with prehensile tail and Wolverine claws come from the tech she's developed after becoming a thief to rob empty apartments. Scott Snyder teased Absolute Red Hood and Absolute Scarecrow to come despite the mock objection of his editor, Chris Conroy, on the panel. And with Jock coming to Absolute Batman in December...
Hello.
I'll read that again. Jock is coming to Absolute Batman in December. We will get a Joker-focused issue. So I'm not surprised because he's done that classic Joker cover years ago, right, which is all over the place at the moment. Everyone loves it. So there we go, mate. So Jock's coming to Absolute Batman. That's pretty amazing. I did. Yes, I did not expect that. So what do you think of the whole Absolute line at the moment?
I'm really enjoying. Well, the Absolute Trinity. You mean? Yeah, I'm really enjoying their books, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. I tried the first issues of Absolute Flash and Absolute Green Lantern. I tried them. Maybe I should go back to them at some point. But
yeah, I found it hard too.
It didn't grab me.
No.
Absolute Martian Manhunter. No.
No, it's not really a story, really. It's just about an experience, isn't it? I mean, I love the art. I think the art's incredibly beautiful, but there's no story there. There's absolutely no story there. Okay.
There's not.
Our boy, Mr. Kirkman's got some big news at the San Comic-Con, which I'm really, again, there's so much good stuff coming. It says 2025 marks Robert Kirkman's return to San Diego Comic-Con, and he arrived with a bang. He says, so this is Collier Jennings from AIPT. He says, I had the pleasure of attending Kirkman's panel where he talked about his upcoming projects for Image Comics and Skybound. Invincible was the biggest topic of discussion, and Kirkman didn't waste any time by revealing that Battle Beast is coming to the Invincible Versus game. So if anyone's playing the game, that should be a treat. He also revealed that Invincible Universe Battle Beast 1 is on its 4th printing, which is pretty impressive, right? Yeah.
I mean, well deserved.
It's so good. I actually
makes me smile when
he just took the words out of my mouth.
It just makes me smile. It's just like,
I'm gonna say every page I've got this huge dumb grin on my face. So even more news: the Invincible animated series will also be renewed for a 5th season, which is great because that is such a good season such a good show, and I've loved every season. This led Kirkman to reveal that Matthew Rhys, the Americans, will be voicing the reptilian villain Dinosauros. So Dinosauros is coming to the show. So new artwork also showcased the show's take on dinosaurs, which I've seen, but I want to do another video on Invincible, so I didn't want to show it here, which perfectly brought him to life. Yeah, he looks cool. It looks like you expect. Kirkman said that he was also excited to do a storyline for season 4 that will take Mark Grayson to hell, citing how other superhero stories have done the same thing.
Wow.
That is good. Okay, so this led to Kirkman to transition and talking about upcoming projects. So they're reprinting The Astounding Wolfman, which looks amazing. I remember that. Tech
Very
Jacket.
good news.
Remember Tech Jacket?
I do remember Tech Jacket.
It's getting reprinted. And he also revealed that Die, Die, Die and Battle Pope will be receiving deluxe hardcover editions. It's done. Now, I've got Battle Pope Deluxe already on pre-order, man. Because in his own words... Battle Pope is the stupidest book I've done. I said, but Die, Die, Die is the craziest. Did you read?
I did enjoy Battle Pope back in the day. Yeah.
You know, I flipped through it again today actually, and honestly, I was like, oh my god, it's just pure filth. It reminds you of the Pro.
Yeah, you'd swear that Ennis was over his shoulder or something.
There is more news though, Jim. Capes is returning. Do you remember Capes? It came out a few years before Invincible.
I do remember Capes. Yeah. It
was almost like a test bed for Invincible, I think, really. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. A bit like
I enjoyed. I at one point I had everything that Robert Kirkman had written. I don't anymore, unfortunately. But Capes are great. It's coming back.
It is coming back, but it's not just being reprinted, Jim. Let me tell you. So it says, Kirkman said that he and Mark Engelhardt will be putting a fresh coat of paint on Capes. The short-lived series about superheroes who treat crime fighting as a 9-to-5. In addition to revamping dialogue and art, the series is slated to continue in 2026 with Benito Cereno from Blood and Thunder helping on writing duties. Now, there's good and bad in that in there. Because I'm reading Blood and Thunder. Are you reading Blood and Thunder?
I read the first 3, I think.
Yeah, 3.
But I didn't read the 4th for whatever reason yet.
Just dropped off, man. It just dropped off.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Honestly, like the last issue was basically one big chase, and every single page was swearing, and it just didn't come across as funny. And the whole fight wasn't funny, and everything that happened I don't know, it just kind of died to me in that issue because it was a real promising book and the art's lovely. Is it EJ Sue?
Yeah.
But anyway. But so Capes is continuing, and they're revamping the dialogue and art. Now that's interesting. But why is this to satisfy some kind of modern audience, or is it because they want to change the story? Maybe weaving Invincible and Battle Beast into it somehow. Maybe
make it appeal to people who like Invincible and Battle Beast. Yeah. Maybe it's just to add tons of gore to it.
Anyway, shifting away from the world of Invincible, Kirkman is doing Skinbreaker. It's a fantasy book that teams up with David Finch. And did you see what it looks like?
I mean, I've pre-ordered that already.
Yeah, it looks incredible, right?
Yeah, Skinbreaker, definitely.
Exactly. I mean, as soon as you see David Finch, you just go buy. It doesn't matter what it is, you just buy it. He says,
he had me at Kirkman basically, but yeah, David Finch, that sweetens the pot, definitely.
But Kirk and Finch, double punch there. So Kirkman said that he wanted to work with Finch for decades, to the point where it took 8 years for Skinbreaker to come out. To fully get a grasp of the work that the duo put into the series, Skinbreaker will also receive treasury editions that have bigger pages showing off Finch's work in all of its glory. Now, I watch his YouTube channel where he draws, and it's really fascinating. Yeah, he's really interesting chap. But neat. Treasury edition. So if this is going to be as good as it is, mate, those big treasury editions are going to look great. Whew.
Yeah, of course.
All right, let's move on to something that is close to your heart, mate. The Energon universe is also heating up, right? Kirkman is taking over Transformers with Dan Mora, as we know, and is joining forces with Andrei Bressan for Void Rivals.
Okay.
So that was G.I. Joe Cobra Commander artist is going to be on Void Rivals.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting.
It is. Apparently this kicks off the Quintesson War.
Yes.
With Kirkman was both ecstatic, as he also pointed out that Hasbro was doing an SDCC exclusive set of Void Rivals figures. They're going to be worth a fortune.
Not escape my gaze.
Man, I don't even want to look at eBay. I mean,
they're packaged with the Jetfire as well, aren't they? Which is just perfect because it all just calls back to the first surprise panel in the first issue of Void Rivals that just knocked everyone for 6.
It really does. Really does. He also expressed regret as he wished he didn't have to take over transfer from DWJ. I know. I mean, so he's got an art book out, Jim. Have you seen the video I made?
Yes, I have.
On Kickstarter, it looks delicious. It really does. It does. It really, really does.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard.
If money were no object, I definitely would be grabbing one of them. But alas.
Okay. Well, Kirkman also revealed that we're getting more Invincible outside of TV and video games. It's getting the classic card game Overpower is returning with expansions for Invincible, The Walking Dead, and other image icons like Witchblade and Savage Dragon. Free League is also developing an Invincible RPG, which is good for the role players out there. Yep. And Kirkman also mentioned that he's open to other Skybound image properties receiving the treatment that Invincible is getting. Of course he is. Of course he is.
I'm sure he is.
I'm sure he is. Right? Yeah. Early on, Robert Kirkman mentioned that 2025 marks 25 years of writing, so a quarter of a decade. I could say that it's an impressive career. Not only has he created some amazing comics in the form of Invincible and The Walking Dead, but he's continuing to make his mark on Image Comics. He's hoping for the next 25 are just impressive. And I'm sure they will be. Woof.
Yeah.
Woof, woof, woof.
I can't see him not being that.
No.
I can't wait for his Transformers run. I mean, I love DWJ, but I can't wait to see what Kirkman does with the title. It's
going to be nuts, man. There's the Kate's pick, by the way. And also, the thing is, I think when you're starting off in comics, right, you're not rich, so it's a job, and you've got to meet deadlines, you've got to do this. But I guess now where Kirkman is, he can just take his time on anything, give it as much time as he wants, doesn't have to cut corners, he can get any artist, letterer, or colorist that he wants and make it the most perfect book that he wants to make, So I guess that's why we're getting great stuff right now, like Battle Beast, which is just incredible. But I think it's interesting because some creators after 25 years, their spark tends to, like the Cybertron, it just tends to die out or dim a little, but Kirkman just seems to be getting brighter, right? Absolutely brighter.
I mean, honestly, and I can say this in the bottom of my heart, I've never read a disappointing Robert Kirkman book. I've never picked up a book and thought, oh, that was bad. There's never been an issue that made me think I didn't want to pick up the next one. He's been a consistently great writer, and he still is. Yeah, we love you. We love you, Robert. Okay, so really interesting thing here, right, is there's a comic book called Ice Cream Man, which is really, really interesting. There's lots of stories. They're all dark. They're all messed up. And it's a really, really good book by W. Maxwell Prince, Martin Barazzo, and Chris O'Halloran. But they're turning one of these issues into a deck of cards. And I thought this was really clever, right? But here's the catch. They're only going to print it once. So if you want one, you got to order it right. I'm waiting. I keep refreshing on my comic store because I've got to get them because they won't make it again. It actually comes a deck of cards. So let's dive into this because I thought it was really, really interesting. So they are telling an Ice Cream Man story through a deck of cards. They're turning Ice Cream Man. Wow.
Yeah, in October. So it says an actual deck of cards.
New medium.
It is an actual deck of cards with a horrific yet comedic narrative that runs through the pack. With Ice Cream Man, the Mortal Coil Shuffle one shot, it will get no second printing, like I said. So this is it, and then we can have a look here. So the cards, look like you expect them to. They look really, really cool. This is out in October, so it's not too far away. So it says it's a comic book, but this one's a little different than what you're used to. This comic story is told through a deck of 55 playing cards, all numbered and illustrated, that, when read from first to last, comprise a full, complete narrative, a very special issue of Ice Cream Man in card form. Some cards tell a bit of the story. Other cards cast inscrutable spells on our group of unwitting characters, changing the story via magic. And some cards must be joined together so as to form a complete picture piece of art, like a puzzle. There's also a variety of trick cards, rude intrusions, and wild cards that might change the direction of the narrative at any moment. It's a first-of-its-kind comic experiment brought to you by the maniacs behind Ice Cream Man. So I'm all in for that. There's the backer.
I've never read Ice Cream Man. I've heard of it.
Give it a go.
Pitch it to me.
Absolutely, give it a go. No, I'm not going to pitch it to you, Jim. Right?
Oh, all right.
Just give it a go. That's all you need. I trust your recommends. You trust mine. Give it a go.
This is true. We do trust each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So here's an example of the cards. So it's, I just played the Creeping Infection. Your watchdogs are now sick with the new COVID, Billy said, slamming the card onto the living room carpet. James and Tasha couldn't argue with that. The rules to imagination cards are the rules, and Creeping Infection is a very powerful spell to cast. Tasha tipped over her sentries forlornly, waving goodbye to her toy soldiers, one of those totally facetious bottom lip protruded way out sad faces. Stereotypical dad tyrant king. They just just looks funny. Well, this one's called the lever of the hearth. So he's left home and left his wife and kids behind. Brilliant.
Right.
Anyway,
Okay.
jump on board. So this was interesting. I didn't expect it to come. I don't want to jump ahead here. So
Yeah.
John Byrne's back to finish a story 45 years later on his own terms. So have you heard a bit much about this?
I mean, I know he and Claremont didn't see eye to eye about a lot of things when they were co-writing the X-Men together. But I didn't think that he'd go like, "Wow, I'm gonna join my own continuity and do it myself." Then.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's been doing, Jim.
I'll write my own X-Men with blackjack and hookers.
Pretty much. So this is from Chris Arendt from Popverse again. So 25 years after publicly quitting Marvel Comics, artist, writer John Byrne is returning to the publisher to finish his most popular X-Men story of all time and on his terms. He's been doing it for years as fan fiction, but now a new deal is making it all legitimate. So Marvel Comics and Abrams Comic Arts have announced that they have reached a deal to publish John Byrne's X-Men Elsewhen webcomic, which he's been creating and posting for online since 2018. The 32 issues to date. X-Men Elsewhen will be published by Abrams Comic Arts as part of their Marvel Arts line of comics. Although Marvel Comics itself isn't publishing it, they are involved in it as licensors. So that's really, really interesting. It says overseen by Byrne's longtime friend and sometimes editor Chris Ryall. Chris Ryall's from IDW. Is he from IDW?
Yeah.
The X-Men Elsewhen comic will be finished for publication with the help of inker Paul Wills, color artists Laverne Kidizowski and Leonard O'Grady, and letterer Patrick Brasseau. So it says here, John Byrne has done something truly unique here, Ryall says in a statement. He's created all new X-Men adventures that not only serve as a reminder of why Byrne's past work on those characters was beloved and influential, while at the same time presenting all new and relevant stories that will captivate newer X-Men fans as well. So X-Men, here's what it's all about. X-Men Elsewhen picks up after Byrne's final issue of X-Men, 1981's X-Men 143, and the conclusion of the Dark Phoenix saga. The series continued with writer Chris Claremont and other writers, but X-Men Elsewhen offers a tangential reality, one where Byrne can and does decide a very divergent course for how the story should have gone if he were in charge, beginning with Jean Grey didn't actually die in the Dark Phoenix saga. So this is a what if Jean didn't die. So that's pretty interesting, right? Well, there we go. I mean,
if we can read more stories that capture that classic feel of the X-Men, I'd be all for that.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give it a go. So it says Byrne quit the X-Men, like you said, in 1980 over disagreements with the direction of the book under writer Chris Claremont and incoming editor Louise Simonson. He said, I'd reached a place in my life and my career that I needed certain reassurances. I'd become the #1 artist in the business, deservedly or not, and I really needed to know if that was because of me or because of the X-Men. Byrne told CBR years ago. Plus, I was increasingly unhappy with Chris's portrayal of the characters and his scripting of scenes, many of which I'd plotted, so I decided to leave. So there was a big beef back then. There's some YouTube videos you can pick up to get the sort of the story as such. Okay, so let's clear this all up. So it will be collected in 3 volumes as deluxe 7.5-inch by 11-inch hardcovers. So the first one's due out April 2026.
Wow,
so that sounds cool. But I mean, John Byrne back on the X-Men, we're going to get the story he always wanted to tell. You know, to me, that sounds something that's going to be big. I mean,
definitely sounds worth a look. Yeah,
it's a look cool. It's going to look cool as well. So I'm not complaining. Right. So I did a video during the week about a new graphic novel from a mechanical. I've lost my track. Sorry.
Mechanical Cake.
Yeah, Mechanical Cake. About Hyde, and I remember looking at the cover and thinking, that guy looks like Johnny Depp. Anyway, I made the video. This is true. I made the video. I put it online. All chuffed for myself that I got a video out about this book because it looks amazing. And then a news article pops up on my feed that, in actual fact, Johnny Depp is involved. So a quick catch up. It says it's been all over the media. Ridley Scott, that Ridley Scott and Johnny Depp are teaming up to launch a new graphic novel series, Hyde, a sequel revamp of the original Jekyll and Hyde story by Robert Louis Stevenson about a Hyde that won out over Jekyll. Written by Jesse Negron and Joe Matsumoto, drawn by Gary Erskine and Chris Weston, edited by good friend David Elliott, and published by Mechanical Cake and launching at San Diego Comic-Con this week, right now. It has fueled rumours that the Hall H panel for San Diego Comic-Con on Thursday will announce Johnny Depp is playing Hyde in a subsequent movie version. So these rumours, yes, it's got to be right. These rumours may have been framed by the look of Hyde being modelled on Johnny Depp, but Bleeding Cool can reveal that this may go up a couple of notches, as it appears that Johnny Depp literally posed for the panels used in the 35-page preview being given out at San Diego Comic-Con this week. And here's a collage to demonstrate. So here's the pics, right? So it says, and for those unable to get to the show and pick up a copy for themselves, publisher Mechanical Cake has made the whole preview available online. Hence the embed below. We're going to look at it, as well as advanced looks at the other titles and merchandise being sold. So it looks stunning. I mean,
Yeah, it does.
like... This looks amazing because, I mean, look at it. It is Johnny Depp. And I was like, it looks like Johnny Depp. I thought Ridley Scott's involved, maybe, but honestly, this book looks beautiful. And we get inside here. It reminds me of sort of the old sort of 80s, 90s bit of Dave McKean thrown in there for good measure. It's all scratched out like From Hell. I just love it. It looks amazing. Honestly, this is something I'm looking forward to the most. So
It looks very, very cool.
the art looks stunning. So we get these written pages as well. But here we go. Here's some of the art. Look at that. Does that not remind you of old world London, right? To be honest with you, mate, it looks like London right now. But
it's got a big League of Extraordinary Gentlemen vibes.
It does indeed. And then here's the actual panels. It just looks great. So this for me is, I think, one of my most hotly anticipated books. I'm very excited about this because I like those alternative takes on things. You know, I'd love to leave Extraordinary Gentlemen. I myself wrote a revisionist Wizard of Oz, right? So it's like I love it when people take something that exists and just spin it around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this art. There's more.
Very cool.
Crikey. Yeah, well, I'm on for that. Oh, there's a quote from Johnny Depp. It said, when I was a boy, I carried a little leather book of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I am so bad today reading. I've made like 25 videos.
It's okay.
We'll start again. Take two. When I was a boy, I carried a little leather book of Mr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in my back pocket everywhere I went. Johnny Depp. Okay.
Good for you, Johnny.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks for that. I'm sure there's more. But here he is in the photos posing as well. But like I say, look at that. God, look at all the blood underneath the chair. It's going to be dark. I cannot wait. Oh, we've got characters as well. Autopsy Hyde. Wow. Yeah. Nightcrawler Hyde. Look at him. He looks pretty bad. There is a lot of stuff here. I can't go through it all. Maps of London. They are going full out of more on this, aren't they? And here's here's the pencils or inks. Wow. Yep.
Yeah.
Honestly, cannot wait. You don't sound as excited as I am about it. I'm disappointed.
Okay.
You're not big into horror though, are you, Jim?
No, not really.
No. All right.
What to tell you? You know that.
If the X-Men showed up, you'd be reading it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right. From the Mad Hatter to the Mad Cave Studios, they're launching this tech horror anthology, Terrorbytes. Okay. This is David Brooke from AIPT. So Mad Cave Studios has unveiled Terrorbytes, a chilling new sci-fi horror anthology set to debut in fall 2025. So it's co-written by Eisner, Glad and Ringo Award winner Mark Russell. So that's really good. We got the Flintstones, Superman, Space Age, and Mad Cave CEO Mark London, Battle Cats and Wolvenheart. The series explores the dark side of our hyper-connected world where technology's comforts mask its true cost. So it's kind of Black Mirror-esque, right? So I like stuff like that. So the first...
I love me some Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not watching since the first season, but
oh wow, okay.
Yeah. The first issue introduced a haunting concept, a headset that allows users to relive their happiest memories at the moment of death, though the price for this final experience is far more horrifying than they could imagine. So there's a quote, "There's never been more horror stories to tell than right now," said Mark Russell. Terrorbytes is a way to explore these fears in a speculative sci-fi setting that feels all too plausible. Honestly, writing this series feels like therapy. He says, "I'm thrilled to work on this anthology. It's Black Mirror meets classic horror comics, but with a relentless edge. Every issue forces us to confront the nightmare we're already living in, our over-reliance on screens and smart devices. This book will make readers look at their phones differently." And there's some artists attached. Joando, Alberto Ponticelli, Van Halvorsen, and Felix Ruiz. So each bring their own haunting style to the anthology. And I like that idea. So each month it's going to look a bit different, sound a bit different. Here's some covers too. This your cup of tea, Jim? Is it still? It's sort of sci-fi as well.
I mean, I'll give it a look. Yeah, why not?
All right. Well, I'm going to review that. This, though, however, is probably right up your street, Jim, isn't it?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of your favourites. So Dynamite will bring a Buffy and Angel back. What do you think?
Yeah, Kelly Thompson's strong creator. Yeah, I like the idea of that.
So this is pretty huge, I guess. It's doing the rounds everywhere. It is garnering a lot of attention. So let's have a look at the art first. I guess this is the cover by David Nakayama. It looks pretty cool. So there's a huge article here. I'm not going to go all through it, but Kelly Thompson seems to be the sort of the go-to female creator at the moment, isn't she? Alongside good old Gail Simone, of course. She does get a lot of airplay. I mean, she's Eisner Award winning, I guess.
Yeah, Kelly Thompson been writing a lot recently. Absolute Wonder Woman. She did the Scarlet miniseries. She did the first 3 issues of Powerpuff Girls. Jeff the Landshark, of course. You can forget that.
Jeff the Landshark. Yeah, she did. Did she do the Daredevil run? Didn't she? Not Daredevil. Sorry, Deadpool.
Kelly Thompson. Not that I know.
No, was it Kelly Thompson? I can't remember.
But Deadpool was in the last issue of Jeff the Landshark, so maybe that's where you.
Maybe that's where I'm confused. But she's also writing Angel as well, so you're getting both books.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and they are interwoven stories exploring both of the universes as well. So there we go for the Buffy fans. We got Buffy. Not my cup of tea. This is like it's horror, but it's not my type of horror, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we've got to look at this. Amazing Spider-Man, issue 13 and 14. So Joe Kelly is continuing what he's doing on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's not good, is it, Jim?
So
you can say it. What do you think? I've put you on the spot. What do you think of the current run?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
you don't have to be rude. Probably... I'm just saying. What I mean, are you enjoying it? I mean, what do you think?
I'm not enjoying Amazing Spider-Man.
No. It's going to get a little bit different soon, according to this, because as we've heard, Spider-Man's sort of splitting in two. So let's read the article. The road to Amazing Spider-Man 1000 continues with 2 chapters this October, 13 and 14. Marvel just unveiled the covers, both teasing a bold new direction for the web slinger. Another bold new distraction. So this new era officially begins in September and amps it up by putting 2 Spider-Men front and center, one slinging through the streets of New York City and the other soaring through the stars on an interstellar mission. God knows why, right? In Amazing Spider-Man 13, writer Joe Kelly teams up with artist Pepe Larraz, so at least it's going to look pretty. Yeah, his book is so beautiful. I'm so sold on that guy now. I love him. For Spider's cosmic friends. This space-bound Spider-Man finds himself adventuring alongside Rocket Raccoon, a mysterious new character called Simbi, which we know is like a little symbiote, right? And others whom may hold the answers to lingering questions from recent arcs. Well, if it's recent arcs, right, and Joe Kelly's only done 1.5 arcs, right? I guess this is going to touch on what came before with Zeb Wells.
Okay.
Oh, shudder. Did you know? Then in Amazing Spider-Man 14, Kelly's joined by Ed McGuinness as the story returns to Earth with a debut of a new deadly threat, the Goblin Slayer. Someone or something has been targeting Norman Osborn since the start of this run, and things are about to escalate. But with Norman's dark past, the real question becomes, should Spider-Man step in to save him? These issues promise big revelations, high-stake battles, and fresh twists as we count down to 1,000. And here are the covers. I mean, they're nice. The covers are nice enough, but where is he going with this?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not reading it. I'm watching your reviews. That's how I'm keeping up with Amazing Spider-Man right now.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, cool, man. But I probably will read the issue with Rocket Raccoon in it. I like Rocket. Hopefully, Joe Kelly can do something nice with Rocket and Spider-Man in space. It might work. It might not.
Isn't that sad to say though? That you're reading Spider-Man for Rocket Raccoon? You're not really for
Yeah,
Spidey.
yeah, it's a weird situation to be in. Yet here we are, and Joe Kelly and Ed McGuinness reunited. Um, their run on Deadpool, one of my favorite runs of all time, seems so far away now, man.
It was a long
It
time
was
ago.
only in the 90s.
Well, you say that the
But
'90s is a long time ago, Jimmy. But
I know
anyway,
it is, yeah. I
why
quote
can't
for
they just
myself,
sort
but it isn't.
Spider-Man out on Earth right now? Just get all the problems with what's going on with Spidey and the book on Earth, because it just seems another cop out. Oh, we're going to go to space. You know, it's always, I think when people have run out of ideas, they try and do this huge leap. It is jumping the shark. I mean, Spidey's best when he's street level. You know what I mean? He's a bit like Daredevil in my opinion, and the Punisher. But no,
Yeah,
we're going to go to space, and I tell you why. Because they've run out of ideas. And also, right, what sells covers and what causes more news bites than new costumes? Because look,
yeah,
Spidey's got a spacesuit, and that's what
yeah.
it is. It just feels like marketing tricks. And to be honest with you, mate, it's not working. It is not
Yeah,
working for me.
so Spidey, Rocket Raccoon, and Chibi Venom. Yeah, I'll have a
Pretty
look at that
much.
one.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, who knows? It could completely change and be amazing, but I'm not confident on that. So let's quickly do our books of the week. Superman 28, Jim.
Yes, I've been waiting for this one for a long time.
Wow.
Um, and yeah, Joshua Williamson, as I said, as a creator, he can do no wrong at the moment. He's knocking out the park with G.I. Joe, and I love his run on Green Arrow. And I've really been enjoying his Superman run. It's been consistently good ever since I started reading it just before the Absolute Power event last year. And yeah, so we got the finally picking up some threads from all DC All In special with the death of Darkseid and Darkseid's Legion revealed at the end of that book. And here they are. They've been watching Superman for some
They
time, and
have.
this is where they make their move. And it is dark.
It really is dark, and it's good because I was saying in my other video that my sort of interaction with Superman has been the books that I've enjoyed have been the more darker sort of Elseworld sort of non-canon books, and whenever I've jumped
Yeah.
into Superman, it's been a bit too hammy for me. But this was something special, and it's got me super interested in this whole thing now. So I am fully on board for this. Like Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora, like together in this was just incredible. And now I'm actually genuinely interested. There feels like there's stakes. It's not so hammy. It's not so 1930s, 1940s dialogue written like in the other Superman book, Superman Unlimited, which doesn't
Yeah,
doesn't work with me.
I think Williamson's got a really good handle on all the voices, the characters in this. Saturn Girl is terrifying.
Oh my God, you've done it again. You just took the words out of my mouth.
Yes, though. I mean, I haven't read much Legion of Superheroes first, but they've always been kind of gung ho, cheesy, sort of space age stuff. But this was just, oh man, and the stuff that happens, even if it's just in his head, just
It really goes to a dark place, does it not? There's one specific scene with the lightning. Let's just say, wow. So yeah, Saturn Girl, man, I'm in love with her. She's an amazing character. Amazing character. So Superman 28's got me into the whole run now.
And also Marvel. This is how you do a last page reveal. Okay. This is how you do it.
And we're not going to spoil that for anyone because that, with my limited knowledge, that blew me away as well.
No, pick up this book seriously.
Indeed. Adds this book to Mr. Terrific.
How's yeah.
You're up to date, of course.
Yes, loving it.
It's the same time. Every time we talk about this book, I say the same thing, but it's true, right? So, the creative team, Al Letson and Delandro, knock it out the park. There's just nothing wrong with it. It's and I'm hard to please. It's perfect. And they've taken a character I had no interest in, had no knowledge of, and now he's probably one of my favourite DC characters of all time, purely because of the 3 issues I've read of this year one book. Incredible, right?
I completely agree. Yeah, I completely agree. And I was reading a Justice League Unlimited and World's Finest crossover thing. We Are Yesterday recently, and Mr. Terrific featured in that. And because I had more of a handle on him from the first 3 issues of this book, I enjoyed that character much more, and I was more invested in what he was doing.
Same.
And so it's retroactively worked.
It is. It's a Midas touch, this book. The other thing about it is it's also tying into what's going on currently as well.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for anyone who hasn't experimented with the characters, because it ties you into what's going on now, and it's giving you the history of what got him to now. So 100% recommend. Honestly, I'm going to read it again this weekend. TexArcanum. Did you read this?
I did read this.
I made you read it.
I know you did.
Supernatural horror. Comics should, challenge your sort of happy place. And this does it, right? What do you think?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a good first issue. It's good stuff.
Is that all you have to say about it? What did you think of it? Did you like the story? Did you like the characters? Did you like the supernatural element?
I did like the supernatural element. I think there was a line about how no, maybe not actually. I think there was something else I read. Forget it. But no, this whole thing with the 12 plagues of Egypt being depicted in the American Midwest, and this John Constantine's sort of character having just a shot with him wrangling that caravan.
yeah.
Really but yes, there's also some really, really dark imagery in this, which I didn't appreciate. but on the whole, no, I enjoyed it. It was good stuff.
It is fantastic. Like you said, it's
I don't know whether I'll read the next issue or not.
You don't have to. I will be. It is kind of Hellblazer in the Midwest, clearing up some supernatural stuff and a bigger story, I think, that's going to evolve over it. I mean, it is beautiful. It's such a good book if you're a horror fan. It's only 4 issues, unfortunately. I hope it turns into more. But this I don't know. I think it transports me back to those days of reading like early Hellblazer and Preacher, all mashed in. Such a strong issue, and what I love about it also is I've been watching that series 1883, which is part of the Yellowstone sort of universe.
Love
and that show was probably one of the best shows I've seen in decades. And it was talking about the land, right, and how the blood in the lands and everything's built on it, and the people. And this is what this is. It's like 1883, that sort of feeling about America and the land itself having a life of its own, and it blew me away. It absolutely blew me away. Much like the seasons, Rick Remender and Paul Azaccara. If I had a hat on, I would tip it to you. This book is absolutely amazing. It's like Alice in Wonderland mixed up with a Studio Ghibli movie, and it's got heart, it's got soul. It's got my attention every month. It's pretty much in my top 3 image books every single month.
Yeah, I mean, 6 months in, and they haven't put a foot wrong. This book is still flawless. This was like an acid trip. Through a place like Narnia or something like that, but can you even trust what you're seeing? Is it really happening? And the ending has to be seen to be believed. It's just, my heart was in my mouth reading it. It is, mate.
It is, mate. Now, normally I would talk about what happens in it, but I don't want to because it's so good. No. Now, the first trade is out with the first 5 issues. This is issue 6.
Oh, cool.
So I recommend everyone go pick this book up. Now, I'm only a small YouTuber, okay? So my videos don't get those incredible views everyone else does. But gauging from the videos that people do watch and the views, this never ever gets many views, and it's really sad because this is one of the best books from Image out there. So, guys, if you do watch this, pick it up and let me know what you think, because it deserves to be put on a mantelpiece and adored, because it is beautiful. Every character is amazing. And again, I'm hard to please, so it was just stunning.
It's true, he is.
It is. Exquisite Corpses continues, issue 3. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this was a lot.
Like, you said you don't like horror, but you like this.
Oh, no, I love this. Yeah.
It's more serial killer horror than sort of...
Serial killer. It's Battle Royale, it's The Purge, it's Squid Game, it's that sort of thing. And I'm really, really enjoying it. I love how they've got a revolving cast of co-writers as well. Shot.
The Corpse Crew.
Probably the sickest issue yet. I think
there's some dark stuff in it, was there not?
There's some pages in here that will stay with me a while.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for the next issue. I can't wait to see who comes on to co-write with the Tinian. Again, fantastic. And just the feeling of dread every single page.
It is. So the very short description of this book is there are some Illuminati style families that basically run America. Every number of years they cordon off a town, and they choose their champion, who's a serial killer or murderer. They throw him into the town with the townsfolk there, and the last man standing of these killers, okay, that family gets to rule the other families for another 6 years. That's a sort of tiny look into what Exquisite Corpses is. And it's really, really cool. It is that concept. You think, okay, it's going to turn into one of those slashers, but it doesn't. I mean, it has the slashers, but it has all these other underlying stories of the inhabitants of the town that we're learning to love as it goes through. So it is absolutely first class.
I mean, it's still surprising 3 issues in. And I'm sure it'll continue to be that way. Yeah, I'm in this for the long haul.
Me too.
Great.
Me too. Okay, the Uncanny X-Men, Jim. This is our final one the other day. I think we got 2 more or 1 more. But talk to me. Gail Simone's one of your favourites, so I'll let you tell us how great this book was.
Yeah, so normally the humans hate and fear the X-Men, but this time they love them because it's Friendship Fest. New Orleans comes out to celebrate the X-Men, and they're wary, but they actually embrace it. It's really cool, and it's all going really well. And then there's a fire at a children's hospital, and the X-Men, being heroes, they dash straight off there to help. And as Cyclops turns up, it's a fun time. Yeah, really enjoyed it. My only criticism, one line for Death Dream. I mean, come on, he's like one of the standout characters of this book. But on the whole, really enjoyed it. Well done, Gail. Great stuff.
Yeah, it is interesting. I know what Gail's doing here. She's given us this middle issue where everything's all lovely for everybody so that she can tear our hearts out in the next number of issues.
Mutina's still lurking as well.
Yeah, I'm glad she opened with that in this book. Yeah, Mutina. Yeah, someone criticised, Mutina, is that what we're doing now? But like this is what this whole arc is about, you know. It is about those stereotypes, you know.
Yeah, it's basically a mutant exploitation movie, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's
Yeah. It's not my favourite issue out of all the 18, but I understand. I understand what's going on here. They're setting us up, mate. They're setting us up.
Every now and again, you get some downtime stuff with the X-Men. It's been happening since Claremont's run.
True.
You know, it's what makes them so readable.
Yeah.
You know,
well, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So those are our books of the week. I do also, you had Void Rivals as well.
Yeah.
But the show is going on long. We're trying to keep it to an hour.
Void Rivals.
Yes, Void Rivals again. Obviously amazing, right? We should do a Void Rivals catch-up video, I think, at some point because it's such a great book. Another Images super book. So that is it for the week. A little bit of news. Hopefully there'll be more news from SDCC coming out that I can report on. You've got our recommendations of the week. Let us know what yours were. That would be really interesting to know what people who watch the videos are reading. See if it matches up with us. So, like the video, subscribe. Absolutely do it right now. If you've got this far, you've put up with me getting everything wrong, all right, and you've put up with all my words and Jim's, just hit subscribe. You've earned it, okay? So, until next week, Jim, say goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.